The Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, I have already said it. I got it examined. There is no precedent. I have said it in the House. Again, if you ask me, what can I do? The Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Sri Prahlad Joshi ji, Honorable Leader of the House, Sri Tawarchand Gehlot ji, Honorable Leader of the Opposition, Sri Mallikarjun Kharge ji, leaders of various parties and groups in the House, and respected members. I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the second part of the ongoing budget session of Parliament. On behalf of the entire House and on my own behalf, I compliment Sri Mapanna Mallikarjun Kharge ji on assuming the office of the Leader of the Opposition in the Rajya Sabha. He is one of the long-serving leaders of the country with vast legislative and administrative experience. Sri Kharge ji was also leader of this largest party in Lok Sabha, opposition party in Lok Sabha during 2014 to 19. He was also leader of the opposition in the Karnataka Legislative Assembly twice during 1996 to 1999 and in 2008. Sri Kharge ji has been a legislator since 1972 and having been elected a record 9 times successively to the Karnataka Legislative Assembly and has been a member of Lok Sabha twice during 2009-19. He has the distinction of being the leader of the opposition on his first election to the Rajya Sabha. Leader of the opposition has a major role in enabling the smooth functioning of the House as per the rules of procedure and convention of the House. I am confident that this august House will benefit significantly from the rich and diverse experience of Sri Kharge ji, who has witnessed the functioning of the legislature in the state and centre, both from right and left side of the chair. Honourable members, we take pride in our country being the largest democracy of the world, whose vibrancy is increasing with every election. Parliamentary democracy is all about numbers and putting the numbers to the best use and effect in the interest of the people, the patrons of democracy. Over the last 5 sessions, this august House has been recording high productivity even as we have had some testing times. The productivity of the House during the first part of the ongoing budget session has been about 100%. I would only expect this trend to continue during the second part as well. Both the House of Parliament took a 3-week break for the examination of the demands for grants of various ministries and departments for the financial year 2021-22 by the 24 department-related parliamentary standing committees. This is one of the important functions undertaken by these committees on behalf of the Parliament. It is in order for me and even necessary to give you a brief account of the functioning of the 8 department-related standing committees of the Rajya Sabha with the 242 members from both the houses during the recess. I would like to highlight some positive and emerged during the examination of demands for grants of 18 ministries by the committees of this august House and some concerns as well. I am happy to inform the House that the committee of Rajya Sabha, 8 committees, spent 12% more time examining the demand for grants for 2021-22 than in the case of last financial year 2020-21. The committees held a total of 21 meetings this year for a total duration of 70 hours, 27 minutes, as against 20 meetings with a total duration of meeting of 63 hours last year. The participation of the members of Rajya Sabha in the meeting of these 8 committees have improved substantially over the last year. The overall attendance of the members of this august House in the meetings this year has risen from 58.24% as against 52.57% last year. The attendance of the members of the Lok Sabha has, however, declined to 31.86 this year from 46.37 last year. Yet another significant improvement, 39 members of the Rajya Sabha, accounting for 50% of the 78 members of this House on these committees, have attended all the meetings of the committees this year. 36% of the Rajya Sabha members have attended all meetings of the committee last year. In respect of the 164 Lok Sabha members of these committees, number of those with full attendance has declined from 26.21% this year from 35% last year. I'm happy to note that there has been a quorum in all the 21 meetings this year, while there was no quorum in 3 of our 20 meetings held last year. I have been urging the chairman and members of the committees of Rajya Sabha to enable longer duration of the meetings given the time, energy and costs involved in holding the meetings. In this regard, I am happy to inform that of the 21 meetings, only 3 were held for a duration of less than 2 hours each. It is significant to note that 4 of the 8 committees met for much longer duration a day, indicating the scope for making the most out of each meeting. The Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports met for the longest of 6 hours 25 minutes in a day. This was followed by the Committee on Transport and Tourism, 6 hours 13 minutes. Committee on Personal and Public Grievances, 5 hours and 30 minutes. And the Committee on Commerce, which met for 5 hours and 25 minutes in a day. In the case of meetings this year, the Committee on PPG has reported the highest average attendance of 51.19%, followed by the Committee on Health and Family Welfare, 48.38%, Committee on Industry, 46.15%, and the Committee on Home Affairs, 41.66%. For the other 4 committees, the average attendance has been about 40%. The Committee on Commerce has reported the maximum improvement in attendance, clocking 40% this year as against 32% last year. Some concerns in respect to the meetings of the committees this year include decline in overall attendance this year to 42% from 48% last year, and increase in the number of members who have not attended any meetings this year. Low attendance of members from parties other than BJP and the Congress in the meetings of the committee remains a major concern. Overall attendance of members from such parties and groups this year declined to 27.60% from 40.5% from last year. This needs to be addressed too by the concerned parties. I place these facts about the functioning of the department standing committees on record and in public domain from time to time, given the importance of these committees for the 24/7 functioning of the Parliament and the significance of the work being done by these committees. That is the purpose of making this announcement. I compliment the chairman and members of the 8 department-related standing committees of Rajya Sabha for their efforts towards improving the functioning of the committees and hope that they will focus on the areas that need betterment. Honorable members, quality debates and discussions enrich the proceedings of the legislature. Sufficient homework is required on the part of the members to make such quality contribution to the debates and interventions. Legislators do have some broad understanding of major issues taken up in the legislature, but an in-depth and analytical understanding of each issue makes the real difference. This is possible only through study of books and journals from time to time on chosen subjects. Library is the principal source of such enhanced understanding. The Parliament Library is completing 100 years this year. It has a huge collection of about 14 lakh books, including hundreds of journals in all the languages. I am told that the footfall of the members of Parliament in this source of information and knowledge is not very encouraging. The Library Committee is taking some initiatives like organizing displays to acquaint the members of Parliament with the range of books available. I urge upon all the members of Parliament to make effective use of Parliament Library for making a difference to the debates. Going to library is going to enhance your knowledge. Attending the session, not missing it, also enhances the understanding of the parliamentary procedures. So I call upon the members to please visit the library, make use of the library. It's your own library. And also please attend the parliament. Sometimes I wonder what happens to members of parliament. On information I am told they are in Delhi, but they are not present in the house. This is not about any particular member or any party. I appeal to all the members, please make it a point to be in the house and then observe the debates, enrich your knowledge. That is my appeal to all of you. With these words, I once again welcome you all to this part of the budget session and hope that collectively you will make it a memorable session. Dhanyavad. One minute. I'm coming back.